This is Beyond FM, the best of everything STL. That was Master Mirror by Amethyst. And this is Jeff Nichols, aka 10 Cents. And this is a first for us. This is Talking Dollars with 10 Cents. Yep, that's the name of this show. I have my co-host Pat and Brad and Jen in the house. And we've got our awesome dope engineer, Shutter, running the board for us. What's going on, guys?
Not much. We've got a whole lot. I love the name of the show, though.
You like that? Yeah. Talking Dollars with 10 Cents, and it has nothing to do with money.
You just came up with that today, or?
Actually, I will give credit where credit's due. Brian Blood from Common Jones said if you guys ever do your own talk show, call it Talking Dollars with 10 Cents.
That sounds like something Brian would say.
Right?
That is creative as hell.
Right? You like that?
Yeah.
So, well, like I said, that was Amethyst. That was their song, Master Mirror. If you want to check these guys out, January 3rd at Pops, they are doing a CD release show with Q Street. Who else, gentlemen? Postal Modern and Friends in Secret. And is that it? And Reliusness. So, hold on. Yeah, so anyways, you guys can check them out January 3rd and at Pops. So, anyways,
what do you
guys.
Scoot up. Yeah, that might be easier.
Yeah, do that.
This side.
Doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter. So, we just had the holidays. It's the day after Christmas. How was everybody's Christmas holiday?
That was interesting.
Good Christmas.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, seeing the fact that it was, 70?
Yeah, right?
In the middle of at the ass end of December. It was
right?
70 degrees.
Like, we're all playing outside with no jackets. I'm wearing shorts or short sleeve shirt, jeans, just really comfortable. And yeah, it was really nice, man. We had the windows open all day, had family in and out.
It doesn't feel right, though.
It didn't. I made a live video the other day saying, I finally know what it feels like to live in California. It's California has that. They don't get snow.
Yeah, we were pretty much in the same grove as California weather.
Right.
In all honesty, like Aaron said, that basically it was like 4 inches of snow. 2 weeks prior?
Not even 2 weeks.
Yeah, like barely a week prior.
Right. It's crazy. Well, guys, I just want to welcome you all to this first of the show. We do have Amethyst live in the studio with us. We will get to them at about 8:30 in about a half an hour. But for right now, what's good with everybody? This is a first. Come on, Brad. What's good with you? I know what you got for Christmas, but what'd you get for Christmas?
I got a boot dryer.
Are you mad about it?
No, I love it. It's great. In case Chris was listening.
Well, it's better than putting your shoes in the microwave like something.
Oh, see, mine is steel toe. I can't do that.
You can.
Krista, if you're
You
listening,
can.
back to the present.
It's not advised, but you can do it. Oh, yeah. We were having a conversation about they have these foot warmers like have you guys seen the tension relief socks that are like a rice sock and you put them in the microwave? You put them on your
What are you, 80 years old?
Maybe. Or maybe I just work around a lot of senior citizens. Don't forget
you get all the perks.
Yeah, and my wife.
Did
you hear about how he got the fridge tonight? You hear the story how you got the fridge?
So we were given a refrigerator. So Jen's a CNA, and so we both work in the medical or in the senior living field, and one of the residents donated a refrigerator to us, and
her family donated.
Well, her family donated because she's no longer around with us, so she wanted us to have the mini fridge, and it's not quite so many.
It was in her last wishes.
It was. Wow. It was literally written on a napkin. Please give my refrigerator to Jen. For real.
Really?
For real. written in lipstick on the mirror.
That's incredible.
Written in lipstick
on the mirror. It said, "My final dying wish. Please give Jen the refrigerator." And she spelled out. Come on, that's from Monty Python, guys. You guys come on. Everett's looking at me. He's like, I don't know that movie.
I got it.
Yeah, thank you, Pat.
Dude, come on, man.
I'll get most of the obscure references.
I'm glad somebody does.
We were talking earlier about Bela Lugosi, and I was like the only person in the entire room that got it. So.
Right. For those of you that don't know, Bela Lugosi was the master creator of horror creatures.
I thought you said Andre Agassi, the tennis player.
Well, he had some horrific moments too.
You've been hitting that bottle just a little too hard already?
No. This is my third 6-1.
It's like how like 314.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome, guys. Well, I tell you what, do we want to take a music break here? And we'll come back with some more music. And this is, we're going to go out with some Fragile Porcelain Mice on Beyond FM, the best of everything STL.
Beyond that.
It's Brick Sidewalks, Matthias and the Pirates on the best of everything STL Beyond FM. Shutter, am I sounding good this time? A little staticky this still?
Sounds good here.
Alright, Shutter's taking care of us on the producing. On the mics tonight,
Sound like
Aaron's
that.
here. Aaron, what's up?
Oh, hey.
Freshly being
Aaron
pulled
Rubber.
over on the way here tonight.
It happens all the time.
Jen is
I
on
drive
her
fast.
5th cigarette, I think.
In 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes, yes. Jeff's on the mic as well, sit next to Brad now. We switched things around a little bit, so.
We made room for some newcomers coming
Yes,
in.
yes, we did. We got Amethyst in the building. Thank you guys for coming in.
No problem.
So I found an interesting post earlier, yesterday night, and we've got a lot of comments on it over the Facebook page on Beyond FM. If you aren't following, you need to. What lyrics do you randomly yell out loud? And it's really a thought-provoking
Shout at the
one.
devil!
If you didn't hear that, Shutter was shout at the devil, so he's showing his age, if you didn't know. Jen had a good one.
I wanna rock!
All of them, my life is full of song lyrics, but you can't just choose one, Jen.
I mean,
Pretty vague.
he's not wrong. It's pretty vague.
Jen's a Libra too. We're known for being indecisive people.
right, so I get through my workday just randomly shouting out lyrics that go with whatever is going on at
Do
work.
people
but
sit there and think you have Tourette's?
Sometimes. Sometimes they probably do. I have multiple personalities at work, so they call me multiple names. Like
That is true.
Jill is the mean Jen, and yeah, so I have different names. But the main one, I do a lot of Journey. I shout out a lot of Journey.
Does it help with the fact that you work with the elderly, so they get confused pretty easily?
Yeah,
So-
you gotta go with the flow, you know?
Aaron, you didn't comment.
You're on.
Where'd you
Aaron, you
go?
didn't, yeah, I was wondering. Aaron, you didn't comment on it, did you?
No, I didn't.
You
'Cause
got
I
one?
don't think I shout out any lyrics
You
randomly.
don't?
I just yell a lot randomly. Just yell. I just yell.
Okay, so if you see a random person yelling on the sidewalk, that's Aaron.
Maybe
Just so
Aaron
everybody
has
knows.
Tourette's.
So
I
I tend to do a lot of not only maintenance but house cleaning stuff. Like I do the vacuuming, cleaning, all that. So when I'm vacuuming and all that and doing my cleaning, I wear headphones in and constantly either listening to Beyond FM or my Spotify, depending on if I have Wi-Fi or not.
I like that plug.
You like that?
That was a good plug.
And,
That was a good plug.
And so my residents always catch me singing, and I'll just be singing. I mean, there's no specific one that I tend to stick to, but I do like Jen, Don't Stop Believing. Like I'll just, or I Want to Love You, and I'll be like, I want to love you forever. You know, just something, just, you know what I mean? But no specific one that I live by.
Brad, you got one? See if you can scoot on the mic. I know you're sitting low.
Obviously.
Not really.
Oh, really?
No. As like a specific lyric, a specific song, or
Yeah.
no. Yeah, nothing. I got nothing.
He's got one. He's just one of
I feel like
into it.
Brad makes up his own songs to
I do.
situations.
I do a lot of
It's more
parody songs.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take a song and just change the words, to fit my
Can
day.
you give an example?
It's kind of the spur of the moment, you know
It
what
depends
I mean?
on what song's being played, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, totally.
I do the same thing. I tend to sing my own versions of the song, and Jen's like, "That is not the lyrics of the word to the
It
song."
doesn't matter.
I'm like,
It's
"It
in
doesn't
your own
matter.
head.
That's what I
Yeah.
sing."
Yeah, it's in your own head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
I
like
don't
some
know
of the
what.
comments that we got on the Facebook page. There's one that says from Kimberly Harrison. I guess we're gonna give some shout outs. It says, "Move, bitch, get out of the way." She says that one all the time.
Yes.
This one got me laughing. Danny Burke says, "I chimed in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door."
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That is definitely a good one. Then there's Living on the Edge and Bizelle. When I'm
Bizelle.
doing something that's not very edgy. That's a good way to look at it.
Right. That's definitely different. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
It works.
What are
You guys
yours?
ready with this album? Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Since we play Steve Ewing and the Urge, it's always Last Night Was a Bitch for Me.
We did the Urge yesterday too. When we were going to the liquor
We
store.
made a run to the liquor store and we were going inside to get my pickle.
Yes.
Yeah. You always going to the liquor store. Yeah. Oh,
You guys ready with this album?
Don't forget my pickle.
right.
I don't have a specific one. Victor,
Vic's
got a lot
of
of them, yeah. You know that song, It's the End of the World as We Know It?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first, like 2 or 3 lines?
Yeah, it's only one word.
Yeah, it's
from the
one
whole
word,
song.
it's airplane, because of the upper harmony. You just shout it out super loud, it's great, like airplane!
It sounds like a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
The
Right?
most known audible word in that verse.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
the
only
only
word.
I gotta go sing on that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody can sing those lyrics of the when he
Logan.
goes into
Logan.
the really
them and play drums at the same
really.
Seriously.
So
Well,
who's
that's what he does.
so who? I was gonna
That
say
song,
who's the singer
that
in your
song.
band? Are you?
I'm
You're the drum.
singing,
Oh, we got a
drummer.
singing drummer.
Have you not seen them?
I have not seen
They're
them live,
badasses.
but that is. I know they are. I mean, but no, I have not seen them live. Doesn't mean I haven't seen them or heard them. Just haven't seen them live.
You got to be really coordinated to play drums and sing at the same time. I mean,
it's a
you're using
workout.
all your limbs, and then you're singing on top of that. That's very impressive.
And you get instant props from everyone. Like last show I saw you guys at was at Pops,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember a bunch of people in the crowd were like, "It's the drummer's singing, man." We were out back smoking. We're like, "No, we gotta go inside. It's a singing drummer." And everybody was really stoked to see it, and you nail it every single time.
I thank you. I
So-
appreciate it.
No, I've seen you a bunch, so you're
You know
welcome.
what? You know what one of my favorite bands is that has a singing drummer. Think of my age.
Mastodon.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Mastodon.
Cowboy Mouth.
Oh, I forgot
Jenny
about that.
says, turn off the lights. Jenny says, oh, that's one of my, that dude. I tell you what, I think I saw them at one of the Point Fest back in 95, 96. I saw that. I didn't make it,
They were part
but
of the Throwback Point Fest.
they were the first band that I saw besides Phil Collins. I never got to see Phil Collins, with Genesis and all that one. But
Little
Now
too
you're
young,
really showing
little
your
bit
age.
too young.
I was a little too young, but no, man, I think that's awesome. I think a drummer that can sing too, because like Brad said, that takes talent, man. I mean, it takes talent to play music and to begin with. Even playing a guitar and singing, I think, would be hard. I'd be too focused on one or the other, and then fucking
See,
shit
you're
up,
talking to somebody
you know?
now that can't play a fucking music.
I can't
And
either,
I'm
dude.
trying to get Brad to teach you how to play guitar. So
Dude, we've been working in the music scene
I
for
can show
5
you the way.
years, and I have no recollection of how to play an instrument. But
I don't play much. I used to sing before I smoked for like 15 years and ruined my voice. I had a real pretty voice, actually. It's bad now.
see, it's fine.
No, because I'm talking, not singing.
so let's
be nice, but shit.
So let's go back to these quotes. What about instead of song lyrics, what are just some random quotes from movies?
Serenity Now.
Oh my
Serenity Now. I like
God.
Stay Golden, Pony Boy. I say that all the time.
Yeah, you're really showing your age again.
Stay golden,
you're doing
buddy
it.
boy.
You're doing it bad tonight.
That's The Outsiders, guys. If you
Yeah.
haven't
Right,
read
he's
that
talking about a book.
book. Yeah, that's a book
Like,
and a
the
movie.
movie.
They made a movie. You should watch it. It's called The Outsiders. It's got Patrick Swayze and Tom Cruise and man,
Emilio
T. Thomas
Estevez,
Howell.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
a whole great lineup of actors. Some of them are dead now.
Yeah.
Poor Patrick Swayze. Didn't he die of?
Pancreas.
Was it pancreatic cancer?
Yeah.
Pancreatic
Who's the
cancer.
one that got throat cancer? Michael Douglas got throat cancer from eating a little bit too much of the strange. We're getting sound. What? Do we need to take a music break?
Yes.
All right, we're going to take a music break, guys. We will be back again in
talk
about
more-
10
we'll talk-
minutes. We're
we'll
going to
talk
get
more
Amethyst, and we're going to talk more movie quotes. We'll be back. This is Beyond FM, the best of everything STL.
That was Slap by Amethyst. You're listening to Beyond FM, best of everything STO.
Very
She did that
nice.
so well. She
Very
did that so
I'm
nice.
like
well.
professional.
Very nice.
You're officially pro.
So that was Jen doing her DJ debut. We are back with Talking Dollars with 10 Cents, and this is again Beyond FM, the best of everything STL. We are honored to have the band Amethyst in with us. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going great, man. What's good with you guys?
Nothing
Not
much.
much, man.
This is the typical band reaction every time. I've seen so many band interviews. What's going on? Nothing. What are you guys doing here? What's? So we heard you guys have a. So you're a new band. How long you guys been together?
We've been together since
March?
March.
March,
of this
yeah.
year.
Oh, so you're
March.
new together.
Yeah.
And you already got
Nice.
a CD coming out. That's great.
That's awesome, man. Yeah,
crazy.
that's really awesome. So what's the name of your album?
It's called From the Underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no more?
How many songs? Like, what are we
it's-
looking for?
It's 5 songs. Well, it's actually already out on Spotify and all that. All
It
the
is.
all the
I have it.
platforms. Yeah.
I have downloaded it onto my phone.
Thank you.
Thanks,
That's
man.
what's up.
Good
It's
stuff.
very well worth it.
It's got 4 original songs on it, and then it's got 1 cover on there. It's Peaches by Presidents of the United States of America.
Oh, that's
Nice.
a good one.
Yeah.
That was right in my
Nice.
wheel well right there, boys. That's my age. Yeah.
I
Wheel
bust
well,
out
wheel
those
well,
lyrics
wheel
a
well.
lot.
That is one of the back to
Yeah,
our what are some of the
Peaches.
lyrics? Right.
Peaches for me.
Heck yeah. I'm sure we could all break it down if we wanted to. And that's a classic song. That's a good choice, man. So, January 3rd, you have a CD release show. Where at?
It's at Pops in Sauget, Illinois.
Ah, Pops. That's my home away from home. We
Pops
love that
rocks.
place. Yep, Pops rocks. The great crew, great sound.
Not to be a dick, but did you just say Soje?
What is
It's
it?
French.
Sauget.
It's
Sauget.
Okay, no, I
You
say,
just pissed off the
I
entire
say,
city.
I say Soja. I say Soja.
I've heard
And you
it
probably
pronounced-
got that
I'd say
from
Soja.
me.
I've heard
Aaron,
it
you're
pronounced
wrong.
both ways for
Okay,
so many
so-
times.
It's better.
St. Louis is so pissed off at you guys right now.
The city of St. Louis is disowning you all right
Well,
now because of that.
I will top it
Give us a
all.
break.
I refer to it as Sauget. Sauget, Illinois is how I refer
Some
to
of the
it.
bands that tour and stuff, if you ever hear them try to pronounce it,
Right.
Soja is great in comparison because nobody knows how to say Soja.
Can I get,
Whatever.
where's Sauget or
Saget?
Saget? Where's Saget? I'm looking for Saget, Illinois.
The city's named after Bob Saget.
Right. So January 3rd over at Pops in good old Sauget, Illinois, right next to all the fun after hours entertainment. It's a great place. Great place.
Yeah.
So who do we have playing with you guys January 3rd?
It's an awesome lineup because outside of us, we've got our good friends over in Q Street. They're gonna be playing with us. Also, our friends in Postal Modern. They're all playing with us, and then 2 other bands, Relinus and Friends in Secret, and they are awesome.
I've heard of, I think 2 or 3 of those bands, and I'm not familiar with, I want to say one of them, but in my opinion, they're all great bands. It's going to be a great lineup, a great show. What time's doors open and all that good stuff? How much are tickets?
Yeah, well, doors open at 6:30, shows at 7. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Show is at 7, doors are at 6:30. Tickets in advance are $5. At the door, they're $8.
Where
Nice.
can they get them in advance?
You can get them. You can message us on Facebook or Instagram.
Or any of the other bands
any
playing
of the
there.
other bands. We all have tickets, and we can all get them delivered.
You can also go on Pops' website.
Popsrocks.com?
There you go. And you can get
Nice
tickets
plug.
online as well.
That's what we do around here. We support locals, so we
That was a very
I was
nice
actually
plug
going to
there.
say, didn't Kelton help you guys book this one?
Yeah,
Can I
Kelton.
shout out Kelton?
Kelton
Yeah,
is a
of
great
course.
dude.
Awesome.
Kelton
Yeah.
helped
I
us
love
with
Kelton.
LTH's
He's
show and
bartending.
out amongst really.
He's bartending at Pops tonight till
I-
10 p.m. If anybody out there wants to
I tell you
go
what.
get a drink from Kelton, you'd be taking a risk. But it would be
Big
worth
shout
it.
out, big shout out to Pops, Dustin, Kelton, John, Rob,
Ryan,
Ryan. Yeah, I mean the whole staff. Rich Donald. I mean they're just a great group of people. So yes, we do really appreciate what Pops does for the local scene because yeah, they really do it and do it well. So okay, January 3rd. What you guys got any music videos you guys are gonna do? We were kind of looking some stuff up before the show on YouTube, and you guys got some live videos from some shows you did. But you guys got anything in the works for a music video or something to put out on YouTube or?
Well, we're working towards that. You know, we got a lot of moving parts right now. We're just trying to find time to, you know, put it all together.
So I heard you guys have a pretty dope social media manager. What do you guys refer
Oh,
to?
You gotta give it. Say the
So
title.
what is
You gotta
the
say
official
title.
title?
Say the title.
This is Gavin. He's my brother. I'm Ever, by the way, and he is our international social media liaison.
Is that what we call it now?
That's exactly what we
Say
call
that
it.
again.
That's the
Say
title.
that again.
The International Social Media Liaison. I got it. Fine.
There you go, ladies and
You can get that
gentlemen.
on
Basically,
business cards.
Yeah.
You will get.
Honestly,
Seriously, that would work.
Yeah.
Awesome. You have got to put that on business.
I'll just that's how I introduce myself from now on. Like anywhere I go, hi, I'm Gavin. I'm the International Social Media Liaison for Amethyst.
so what do they have you doing on a daily basis, Gavin?
Not a lot.
That's a true answer right there.
No, they have me do a lot of their live feeds. When they were in 107 the Viper with
Yeah,
Fish
yeah.
the other day.
Yeah.
They just had me doing some live streams. I'll take photos, videos, just anything at their shows that I can get to.
Nice, man. That's good to have. That's good to have. So you do.
Oh yeah, and I also provide them with their daily dose of memes to keep their morale up.
Yep.
So,
That's
It's a
a good
full-time job.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Seriously.
full-time job in itself, right there. Those bands can be handfuls sometimes.
So
Yeah.
where did you guys come up with the name Amethyst? I'm gonna ask you like the standard
So-
radio questions.
So when we first formed, we didn't think of a band name for like the first 3 or 4 rehearsals.
Well, we had a few.
We had a few, yeah.
Yeah.
So
They
what were
weren't
some of
that
the
great.
what were some of the
Anything's better than
defunct
TBD.
what were some of the defunct names that didn't make it?
I want to stay for the
As
record.
a promoter, do you know how hard it was to bill? I remember we were doing Rock the Boat, and I was on the local show with Cornbread, and he's rattling off the whole flyer of bands. I had all these bands on this Rock the Boat show. It was a big festival thing, and he kept skipping over TBD because he thought there was in the middle. He's like, why is it in the middle? And I'm like, because it's an actual band called
Right.
To Be Determined, which is brilliant marketing as far as like people are like, oh, TBD, oh, you know, it's catchy, it gets people attention. But as a promoter, I hated it. Putting on flyers and stuff, people are always
Everybody was
like,
like,
you're never
it's
gonna
To
fill
Be
that slot.
Determined.
You're
Right.
saying
wasn't
you don't
fired
want
the first
TBD
shot.
to be in with us then.
Well, no, TBD isn't a band anymore. That was
Yeah.
Everett's former band.
So
That's
like,
how I
yeah,
know
I
him.
formed that band way back in 8th grade, and
By
you
the
know,
way, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
find them on Spotify still, and I tell you what, check out TBD.
False Start is like
False
one of
Start
my,
is
I
one
love
of my
that
favorite
song.
songs.
Like that's
and
like my anthem of the
so
school
me
year,
and
actually.
Everett, we've known each other what 2 years, a
Yeah,
year,
2.5,
maybe 2
maybe
years, something
two,
like
yeah.
that. And we met them with TBD, and dude, we went and watched them work in the studios with
Jeff, I'm sorry, Joey Mason.
Joey
from
Mason,
Stars Go
yeah.
Out. They're awesome.
And dude, we got to know the guys, the kids I say because they were at the time they were in high school. You guys all graduated, right?
No, this is actually our senior year right
Oh man.
Well, I'm
Wow.
graduated.
He
Yeah,
graduated, yeah.
those guys
We're
are.
seniors.
Okay.
School, yeah.
So anyways, but check out TBD. But let's back to Amethyst. So
Yes.
So you guys, Pat said, how did you pick that name? And then what were some of the defunct names that didn't make the
So
list?
we'll start with the default names real fast. Victor had some interesting ones. Right?
Yeah, we had Crimson Peach. That one, but it's spelled Peech.
Nice. Aaron's saying no. Aaron's going no. Good choice.
Victor also came up with Buffalo Funk. That
Yeah,
was
Buffalo Funk. That,
I like that one. That
was
one's kinda
pretty cool, right?
That one was good.
I like Buffalo.
I
Funk.
had a group I was playing with called White Noise, and that one fell apart, and I thought we could use that, but then we ended up not using that one.
I had like a project name that I thought was
my
awesome. It was
God.
called Brass Tub. That was one that we had. for a
Brass
while.
Tub. I like
Yeah.
that. That's kind of.
That's catchy. That's catchy.
So towards the end, we had this one name picked out from me and Victor's boss at work, and he was like, "Well, my trivia name all the time is Thornberry. So why don't you guys call your band Thornberry?"
Like,
And we seriously considered.
Yeah.
And so then I
I forgot
got one
about
last
that.
opinion from my dad, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, did you ever have any band names? Because my dad used to play all the time.
Still does.
Yeah, he still does. Do you have any band names that you always wanted to use, or like thought were really cool?" He's like, "Well, I had this band called Amethyst for a while, but we only played like 2 shows. So if you want to use that name, you're more than welcome to." So I brought it up to the guys, and we totally
Yeah.
ditched Thornberry and went with Amethyst. So.
nice. I always thought a good band name would be between Sack and Anus, and then Taint.
Sack
Just
and
yep. The band Taint.
See, we're going up
Between Sack and Anus.
We're going one way, and then Jeff has to just take it down a bit. Jesus.
So I got a good TBD story if we can go back to
Let's
that.
do it.
for a
Let's hear it.
second. So we all live in the same area in the 636. Brad hates the 636, by the way.
No, I don't.
Brad,
And,
yeah. Brad's against St. Charles.
What's
We
what's
went
wrong
out
with
for
St.
dinner.
Charles, bro?
Don't get
Nothing.
started on it. Who asked that?
Too
Pat, don't
late.
get started on it.
Too
It's
late.
a long story.
Jeff and I went out for dinner and I was wearing my TBD shirt, and the girl bringing us out was like, "Whose mom are you?" And I was like, "Ooh, I look that old to like have
Right, we're not-
teenage
I
kids."
mean,
Well,
yeah,
my kids
right.
are that old, but
Yeah, they are.
I hate
True.
the fact that someone. So I looked at Jeff and I was like, "Oh, I'm Jalen's mom."
Oh
Jalen.
For those who don't
I don't
know,
get it.
Yeah, there's got to be a story to that. The uneducated like myself, so please explain.
Everett?
I'm
was
gonna
very
pass it on
dark-skinned.
over to you.
Come on.
Jalen has very dark skin, and I clearly cannot be Jalen's mom.
Okay.
And the look on the girl's face, because she knew Jalen, and the look on her face was priceless because she couldn't put two and two together. So
Can I just say I was curious because I'm into crystals and stuff, so I was looking up to check myself on the meaning what amethyst actually stand for,
Yeah, it's
and I
like-
found that. But first, I found the Wikipedia article, which is hilarious and not accurate. It says
what?
that
It's on the internet. It's true.
Right. It means not intoxicate, and it's a reference to the belief that amethyst stone protects the wearer from drunkenness. Apparently. So I guess
So
we'll.
basically, you need that stone.
I
Brad
have-
needs that
yeah.
stone.
Well, if you get pulled over and you have a bunch of amethysts in your pocket, they
Well, I
can
have an
give you
amethyst
DWI.
on my keychain, so like I maybe that's why I blew 0.077 instead of 0.08. But no,
We're with
anyway,
you in spirit.
moving forward. No, look, I did look it up, and it says amethyst spiritual protection and purification, cleansing one's energy field of negative influence and attachments, and creating a resonant shield of spiritual light around the body. It acts as a barrier against lower energy, psychic attack, geopathic stress, and unhealthy environments.
Man,
Wow.
That's
That's
intense.
that's really like.
So you picked a good one.
It's
There
a
we
pretty
go.
color. That's why I like
It's
it.
purple.
I like
Yeah.
purple.
we had that in mind
Jen's
when we
favorite
picked
color
it
is
out.
purple.
That was our reason. In reality,
You got
I just
the-
think
you got
purple's
Aaron's
a dope
approval, so-
color.
Well, I'll always approve on purple. I know you didn't know me until recently, but my hair was purple for like 3 solid
That
years.
is true.
Yeah, it was.
I was known for it. The short promoter with the purple
That's
hair.
not the
Yep.
only way Jeff knew who you were.
It's because I had the purple hair.
Yep.
Now we can just call you the short promoter with blue hair. So.
The blue might not be sticking. It's breakup hair.
She changes it.
Sometimes, except
Yeah.
when it's purple for 3 years.
So, Amethyst, you guys got your CD release show coming up. What else is 2020 bringing for you guys? Anything? I mean, you guys aren't just gonna stop with this. What's to come?
So earlier you brought up a music video, and
Yes.
right now we're talking to Tristan Shannon, the new bass player
Good
for
call.
Q Street.
That guy's great.
And he's awesome. He takes great pictures. His work is insane.
Very energetic.
And he was talking to us, and he actually wants to work with us and put a music video together. So
Sweet.
we're gonna work with him whenever we finally start slowing down a little bit and get a music video out there. That's like on the number one on the list of things
Yeah.
to do, you know.
Well, wait, didn't you say so? You're still in high school, so you don't think that graduating first would come first?
Well, graduating's not until May. We can do the
Okay.
music video before then. Still have time to bring our grades back up.
So
you know?
none of you got to graduate early.
I'm sure your parents appreciate that one.
You already did, right? You're already out of high school?
Yeah, I'm out of high school.
Did you graduate early or like
no,
this year?
I'm,
you graduated
I'm about
last year?
2 years older
Okay,
than
so
both of them.
you okay? Because I see all my friends posting pics of their kids graduating like now, like, and I'm like, man, how did they get out? And they were able to graduate us half a semester early because of their grades and stuff. Man, I barely skimmed by graduating.
I
mean,
switched high schools 2 times, so some of my credits didn't transfer. Otherwise, I would have graduated early.
Yeah,
But I
I
actually
wish.
stayed a year late because credits, if there's not equivalent.
So another
classes.
standard St. question: Where did you go to high school, and where are you guys going to high school? So.
Well, I went to Fort Zumwalt West in O'Fallon.
Jaguars,
I still go to Fort Zumwalt West.
I go to
Jaguars,
Fort Zumwalt North.
Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers.
Jaguars.
We got
That's
cross.
a
Is it
rivalry
just
right
big
there.
cat
They're the
family?
Jags.
Pretty
I
much.
graduated.
It's all big
South.
south. South, the
South.
Bulldogs.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we
Bulldogs.
got, okay, so we got north. What was it?
Bulldogs.
North,
South, and west.
and west.
No,
There's the
just-
east, so we just
yeah.
need somebody from
Oh.
east.
Yeah,
No,
it's
they're
pretty
they're
easy.
both from west. So
Okay.
yeah, it's
It needs
2
to
kids from west and 1 north.
It's funny
And then
because
we got
I
south over
graduated
here.
from South.
it's funny because Fort Zumwalt West and North have like a crosstown rivalry from each other.
Because we
Like
beat them in
football,
everything.
yeah, they beat
Well,
us
yeah,
in
because North
everything.
just stops West in everything they do, because West is trash at pretty much
Because
everything.
North is old school, corn-fed country boys.
Yeah, yeehaw.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
So, are you guys? You guys get a lot of fans from your school being in a band in school, or with like my kids are in high school, my daughter's a junior, and the music they listen to is not what you guys play. So do you guys get a lot of kids like that think what you're doing is cool or and support you guys? I mean, or are you getting a fan base outside of this? Like, how's that?
Going to North, I've personally found a lot of people have started following us and listening to us because, like, it's a different story for West because West has, you know, people from like TBD was there, Point Elm came from there, Bleach is the big name that came from West. So they've got quite a pool of people that are like currently doing band stuff. But whenever you go to North, you got the jazz band and the choir, but you don't have actual like bands from kids outside of school. So whenever I started doing this with them, I was pretty much the only kid in North who was doing a band thing. And when we started actually getting shows, people thought it was crazy because any band that has come from North has been, you know, like a basement band or a party band. But then we started actually going out in town and gigging and releasing music. So we've got quite a bit of a following at North from now, and even at West. But it's just more isolated coming from North because there's really no competition up there.
Now, I'm curious as to what are your favorite bands? Because like Jeff was just saying, he has, you know, kids your age, they listen to totally different music than you do. So
Like professional or local?
Professional.
Both.
Both. But first professional, then
this
then
is
we'll do
always
local.
interesting to me too because all three of us have completely different music tastes.
Yeah.
You know, I hear that a lot in bands.
It's
You know,
every
like,
band.
Every band has
Every
it.
band.
And I tend to see bands that recognize that they all have a different view of what's their good, like, but they bring it all together, mesh really good. Like, if you know, Common Jones, some guys like this type of music, some like this, but they all bring it together, and that's what gives them their style. Same with Tree 14 back here. I mean, sitting at these band practices, and you see the bass player plays a little tune or something with an influence from, you know, Rolling Stones or something, whereas the drummer's big on Tool and wants to play that. You know what I mean? It's kind of something like that. So I think that's awesome that you guys all have that. Sorry to interrupt you, but I just thought that's a good.
It's like completely different eras because Vic.
Well, yeah. So I like a lot of like Jimi Hendrix and Zeppelin and the blues. You know, all the '60s and '70s, early '80s stuff. And so I'm all about, you know, the guitar riffs and the, you know, just playing the blues, really, you know, and just grooving.
Me personally, so like, you know, when I first started playing bass, I was all about the bass players that had the cool parts. So I was Flea, you know, Geddy Lee, all those guys. And as I started listening more and more to music, I tended more towards like the heavier stuff. So like the Iron Maiden, the old Metallica with Cliff Burton and all that kind of stuff. So I'm more of like the heavier music sort of background.
And then me, I'm like all over the place because I don't think there's no music that any of us listen to that like the others don't like. It's just not what we vibe with mainly. But I mean, I'm more into the indie scene with like Arctic Monkeys, Cage the Elephant, that type of stuff. But as like a drum standpoint, my main influence in like growing up was jazz. Like I was a jazz drummer since like 6th grade. So that's where a lot of my influences came from musically. But whenever it comes to just listening to something, it's definitely Arctic Monkeys kind of vibe.
Nice.
That was one of the
Nice.
bands that you pitched to me when I asked you what you sounded like when you first started. So
Well, hey guys, real quick, I gotta take a music break here. So we are talking in the studio with Amethyst live. They have a show January 3rd at Pops. You can get tickets in advance, $5, $8 a day a show. We're going to take a short music break. This is Beyond FM, the best of everything STL. You're listening to Talking Dollars with 10 Cents. You are listening to Talking Dollars with 10 Cents on Beyond FM, the best of everything STL. We are back, guys. We apologize for the mics if they are reverbing, cutting in and out. We're having some issues with the mics out of the 4 of them that we have. So bear with us. I hope you guys can hear Amethyst really well. And again, I apologize for any technical difficulties. So we are back live with Amethyst, and we're talking about their show January 3rd, CD release show at Pops. You can get tickets $5 in advance from the bands, $8 a day a show. Show starts at 7, so get there about 6:30. I'm sure doors will open and get you in there. So earlier, Pat, we were talking about lyrics that we quote, you know, just randomly throughout the day, and then we started talking about movie quotes. So Amethyst, what out of the 3 of you, one at a time, what what is a movie quote that you tend to catch yourself using throughout the day?
I quote Dodgeball quite often.
He just did it during the break, and I had to give him a fist bump.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pans out for him.
I don't know. I like to say, keep on keeping on. Life's a garden, dig it. Joe Dirt. That's my favorite quote.
That's a definitely good one.
You know, now that I think about it, I have absolutely no idea which one I quote daily, but then as soon as this is over, I'll be like, that's the one! That's the one! But I have
Usually
no
works
idea.
that way. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Usually works that way.
Loser then.
We're all losers. We're the band. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Pat, what about you?
Oh
What's
man, I can sit there and lie to you and say that I have just one, but that'd be virtually impossible. Like, be excellent to each other is always one of my favorite ones from Bill and Ted.
We got a new movie coming out, man.
I know, the third, Face the Music, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm
And
excited about that.
And then Anchorman is definitely up there with, I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of a big Beatle.
Been quoting
That's
Anchorman.
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I
Yeah.
quote Anchorman a lot.
Nice.
What about you, Jen?
Recently, I think I've done a lot of quoting of Step Brothers.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I just watched it with my son. So
You gotta
it's
call me
drum set?
fresh.
You gotta call me Dragon.
Did you just put your balls on my drum set?
If
That
you
movie
put
has
your
a lot of
balls
quotable
on my
lines.
drum set, I'm gonna stab you in the neck with
I mean-
a knife.
I think
We
any,
just become best friends.
I think any Will Ferrell movie, Adam Sandler movie, I mean, they have so many quotable lines. I mean, I too thought, you're not cool unless you pee your pants,
We did that earlier.
Right.
Well, I know shampoo is better. Like I say that to myself all the time, just
Right.
for no reason.
Stab your
in me, swine! Exactly.
Ever quote
I
Spinal
just thought about it. Spinal Tap. Turn it up to 11.
And anytime we're at a
But it
show,
doesn't go to 11. But why does it? Why does it go to 11 then? It goes to 10. Yeah. That's a good
anytime
one.
we're at a show, we're always walking around screaming Cleveland, trying to find
Yeah.
a stage.
You always go.
Yeah.
That's
Brad,
good.
you got any?
Body.
I have to encourage his ass to the mic.
Right.
No, I don't have one.
I will tell you,
Fucking useless, I swear to
Brad quotes SpongeBob a lot. Every
That's
time I
what's
talk
up.
to Brad, I'll call him.
How are ya? Wonderful weather we're having, isn't it?
Beautiful, it's just mine.
Yeah, that's when SpongeBob becomes normal. If you
Yeah.
guys know that episode. But every time I call Brad, that's how he answers it. Hi, how are you? I'm like, I'm very well, thank you. Wonderful weather we're having today, isn't it?
Jeff, I got a good one for you.
Yeah, what's that?
See, that one's
Surely you can't be serious.
Don't call me Shirley.
I am
and
serious.
Yeah, I am serious.
call me
and Don't call me Shirley. Striker. That's a good movie. Airplane. You guys ever
Yes.
seen Airplane? That's a good one. Yeah, and they had a lot of
Aaron
good
hasn't
house.
said one yet.
I did too, but it was a TV show, not a movie. I said Serenity Now from Seinfeld.
I find during this holiday season, I say
Like when it's
"Merry
true.
Christmas, you filthy animals" a lot.
Yeah.
I quote
honestly,
Home Alone a lot.
I've just been saying "What's in the box" a lot from Seven because I keep hearing the word
What's in
box.
the box?
What's in the
What's in the
box?
What's in the fucking box?
Well, like I would be baking cookies at my parents' house, and I'd hear my mom in the living room ask my stepdad, and hand her the box, and go, "What's in the box?" And just over her head completely, which made it 10 times funnier. But
One of my favorite Christmas ones though. Daddy's gonna kill Ralphie.
Daddy's not gonna kill Ralphie.
I think I watched that at least 4 times the other night.
Yep, that's a good.
Fragile.
That's a quotable.
It's a
movie,
major
too.
award.
you know which one I watched this year that I had never seen? It was actually really good. Was A Merry Frickin' Christmas. It was like Robin Williams' second to last movie he ever did. Joel McHale. It's Joe McHale, Candace Bergman, and Robin Williams. And it's got like 3 stars. But it wasn't bad. I laughed multiple
Merry
times.
frickin' Christmas.
A
If
Merry
it's a Robin
Friggin'
Williams
Christmas.
movie,
Huh.
Definitely check it out.
A Merry Friggin' Christmas. With G's, not a K.
Nice.
They're from Wisconsin.
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 So they'll understand St. Louis lingo when we say farty fire.
Right.
Farty
Farty fur. Yeah.
Party far.
So, Amethyst. So you guys got your thing coming out, your CD coming out on January 3rd, and I think we talked earlier about what else you got coming. You're gonna do a music video. You got any other shows coming up besides your, I mean,
We've been talking to Dustin Hook, who works at Pops, about getting on Session 2 Road to Point Fest. But
Ooh.
he hasn't given us a date that he's got picked out yet.
Calling him out.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I'm just saying. He said he's working
That's
out.
right.
He's gonna
Hey,
talk
that was
to us.
Aaron's words, not your guys'. Just for clarification.
Dustin's our buddy. Yeah, he's just joking.
So after that, honestly, we have nothing planned so far. So whatever comes our way.
you guys want to do a show with LTH? I may or may not know the manager of that band. Who
They are
is-
so
I was
good.
thinking about doing another Rock and Roll
Who's the
this year.
manager?
Really?
Who's the manager?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
2020
that
election
guy, he's
year,
a
why not?
prick.
That's
Yeah, I
true.
heard the
True.
manager that manages those guys is a real dick.
Yeah.
So
The LTH, the guys that
Fucking
manage
tool
them.
bag.
Yeah.
Jen,
I
you can
heard.
confirm that, right?
It's hard to work
Bit of
with.
a tool
Yeah.
bag?
Kind of.
So you guys, where'd you guys record at?
My basement.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
the studio.
Is that called? Is that his new studio? My basement?
Nah.
Oh, you literally mean in your house?
I got
yes.
this rehearsal room in my basement. We cleared everything out. I went out and got some microphones at Music Around St. Charles, which is awesome music store, by the way. You spent so much money there. And I had this really bad software on my computer, and we just recorded it. And since I'm looking at like kind of going to school for this, I did some research and that kind of stuff, and we just did it all in my basement.
So
Yeah.
you full
Where do you
blown
plan
did
on
it
going
all
to
yourself, huh? You engineered it, mixed it, mastered it all yourself, and everything.
I watched a lot of YouTube videos.
Nice,
We
man.
watched Ever do it.
And
You
they
can-
watched me do
Yeah,
it,
we watched
yeah.
him do it.
You can basically learn anything on YouTube.
Yeah, you really
nowadays.
can. You really
It's,
can.
That's
yeah.
how I taught myself how to play bass.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Isn't that where you
Nice.
learn how to make beer?
Exactly. It took 2 days.
You can learn how to do almost anything on YouTube nowadays. I mean, literally
Almost.
anything. Almost.
That means I don't need you to teach me how to play guitar, Brad. No, really.
Well,
Just
figure it
start-
out.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
just start
done
going
now.
on YouTube.
I'm washing my hands. Figure it out. You're on your own.
Well, awesome, guys. I appreciate you guys taking your time out tonight and being on Talking Dollars with 10 Cents. It's our
The
first show
debut
tonight.
episode.
Yeah, the debut episode. It really just came at the spur of the moment right before we went live on the air. So this is definitely a trial run, and I appreciate you guys being on it.
It should just be Talking Dollars with Jeff Nichols.
Shut your...
Okay.
Why? Why is it always... Why? Why do
Wow.
I always
She,
told
I mean, she talked to you, told her to shut up.
He's got a loose, Jeff. Jeff.
Get it
Come
together,
on.
Jack. We have our own show, okay?
It's not always about
This
me,
is-
but you know what? When you host the show, it is. So, no, I'm just kidding.
Shame.
I'm just kidding.
For
guys.
shame.
She's
I'm
gonna get
kidding.
you back later.
So
in the car, right?
anyways,
Oh, I'm just gonna slap the shit out of you.
I'm going to turn the hosting over to Pat now, and it's your show.
Paddle the mic.
His face just
Okay.
got so red too.
Oh, now we got dead air. What?
Oh.
Nuh-uh.
I'm not saying anything.
Talking Dollars with Pat.
Yeah, apparently it's
I'm
talking
just
dollars with me
kidding.
now. So,
No. So, anyways, thank
had
you,
something
thank
to
you
share.
guys. What? You go ahead, Pat.
well, Everett, you mentioned that you were going to school for it. Where are you planning on going?
So, my school's got this A+ program where if I do a certain number of tutoring hours and keep my GPA up, I get 2 free years at community college. So I'm doing that first, but then I'm looking at going to UCM in Warrensburg or MSU down in Springfield.
You did mention earlier that after the music video, you're going to worry about getting your grades back up. So is that coming into a problem right now?
You know, seeing as though it's my senior year, I'm taking a whole bunch of music classes. I got band, I got jazz band, I got orchestra, I got guitar class. You
So
know,
you're just trying to coast
I'm
through as much
coasting all. I'm counting down the days till I get to graduate. You know.
that is the perfect way to do it. That's the best way to do it without getting senioritis.
I took the opposite road. I'm in all AP classes and I want to die.
I remember those
Mr.
days.
34 on his ACT over here.
33.
Oh my bad.
Oh, you almost had a bright flight.
So I got Bright Flight.
Did you?
That's at 32.
Nice.
Flex.
I'm old and I don't have kids, so I don't know what the hell. What is Bright Flight?
Bright flight is, I guess it's what, 32?
It's-
You
you
score
get a
32
32 or
above,
above
you're
100.
pretty much
Yeah.
accepted into any college.
And they give you scholarships and stuff.
Yeah.
So we got 2 still in high school, and you're 2 years removed. So what do you got going on, Mr.
Well,
Besides hanging out?
Woo! Just being a bum. It's it's fun.
It's Everything by Divine Sorrow. You are listening to Beyond FM. Best of everything STL. We have Amethyst in the studio, and right now we have a special segment.
Go over, Vic.
He said he's got a lot to get off his chest.
Oh,
It's
Christ.
venting with Gavin.
Hey, Gavin, why don't you come over here, bud?
All right.
Come over to use this mic.
Yeah, Gavin.
Come on over here, bud.
Oh
So
boy.
Gavin was
Are
the
you-
main member we didn't get a chance to talk to Amethyst, and he said he had some things he wanted to talk about. So what's going on, Gavin?
Well,
He put you on the spot. Sorry. Wait, no, you had a couple minutes to think about it. So come on.
yeah. Well, first of all, if you drive on 44 and you're cruising in the left lane at like 70, and I'm up behind you trying to like zoom, move over, please, for the love of. And if you're a truck driver and you like pull out to the left and you think you're faster and you're not, and you're going uphill, please, for the love of God, stop, because it just pisses me off. And you know, I'm screaming in my car. You can't hear me, but I'm about having a stroke in the driver's seat. So.
Yeah, I know the feeling on that one. 44 sucks most days.
Well, once you get past Rolla, it's like the Autobahn.
Yeah.
Once you pass Rolla, civilization ends. It's the Autobahn straight to Springfield.
You go to college in Springfield, right?
I do.
So that's the stretch you're talking about,
Oh, yeah.
more than here in St. Louis. They're doing all that construction here right now. If you're going 80 in the left lane on 44 right now, you're dead.
Oh, man,
You're
44
gonna work.
sucks. Oh,
yeah,
Sucks, yeah.
44 everywhere sucks.
man.
It's Mario Kart with concrete.
She's not wrong.
That's good, Aaron.
She's not wrong. No, but I mean, a lot of the other stuff that I probably should say, I probably shouldn't say.
Does it have to do with
Live.
the band?
Well,
Remember, one of them is your brother. One of them
I
is
know.
your brother, so...
I know.
We are not going.
No, nothing against the band. They're great. I get to listen to them make noise whenever I'm home, since I'm home for college. So yeah.
It is noise, yeah.
No, but they got a lot of good stuff coming, especially at their show on the 3rd. I'm excited to go. They've got a hell of a crowd coming to see them. So
So you gotta say, okay, remember, tell me the title again. What is he called again?
The International Media Liaison.
Okay, what is it like being the international media liaison for Amethyst?
pretty cool, because I get to go and do pretty much stuff like this. I got to go to the Viper, get to do this. Pretty much get to go to all of their shows and not have to pay for anything. So it's pretty nice.
You stay up to date on all the hot memes too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You got to give them.
Spice.
You're the meme
Yeah.
coordinator.
Oh yeah, they'll get notifications from me at like 3 a.m. Like, uh-oh.
It's not just one. It's not just one. He sends them 30 at a time too.
No, it's like our
Oh, you
carton
stock
of
up?
memes.
You
Oh yeah,
stock up throughout the day?
you stock up and then you just send them in one mass, just thing. So.
What's been your favorite one so far?
One of them was from the original Rudolph. I think I showed it to you guys in the car on the way over here. It's when the dude is knocking on the doll or something. He's putting a hammer in his mouth. He's like, this won't hurt a bit. The dad busts in and it just deep fries for like a millisecond. It just goes, and then it starts over. It distorts the whole image.
I see,
Yeah.
So what's your guys' favorite though that he said?
Oh, I got this one, and it's this pig, right? And it's just standing there, and all of a sudden they cut the head off the pig. and,
You're gonna get us in trouble with Peter. Holy shit!
and that's it. The video over, and it just starts over again. I was crying for at least 20 minutes. It was so funny.
Like I said, you find the best memes at like 1:30 in the morning. That's what
That's what's up.
I've recently found a meme page of just videos of gas stations blowing up.
It's not a meme page. It's not a meme page.
That's like the only videos they have.
That's just one continuous meme that he just watches over and over again and keeps sending it. He's like, look what I found, guys. This page is great. It's the same meme over and over again.
So you live in
So this
Springfield,
one's a quick
Gavin?
trip this time.
Sorry?
You said you're living in Springfield?
Yeah, I go to Missouri State down in Springfield. I'm in my 2nd year there now.
Are you going for meme culture?
Honestly,
I'm sorry.
No. I wish, honestly. No, I'm going to school for music education to be a band teacher eventually.
Nice. And teach them not to play what they're playing.
Well, basically, the one good thing that I can relate to my students on whenever I get into the classroom is, hey, when you guys are in the back rooms or whatever doing God knows what, and you think that I can't see you, just know that 10 years ago I was doing the exact same thing. So I know exactly what you're doing back there. You're not slick.
That's pretty...
So what kind of things, Gavin?
Yeah.
What kind of things?
I don't know if I really want to ask that question, but I'm glad somebody else did.
Putting holes in the practice room wall. Looking at you, bud.
I only put 3, okay?
How did you do that?
What type
This
and
could
what
be
for?
this could be incriminating.
So,
What's that?
we're just gonna say that there was a certain instrument case in the room. That was a certain type of saxophone. The bigger one.
Barry?
Yeah. And
Big sex.
somebody from that section was using that particular instrument, and a few seconds later, a hole in the wall the size of my head ended up there. We'll just leave it at that.
We don't know how it happened.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what happened.
I'm
It was just
really
there.
intrigued by that. I don't know about you guys, but I mean,
We may have to hear
How
the
did
whole
it go-
story.
right, how
We
did
may have
it
to
go
hear the
from
whole story
that,
when the mics aren't on.
yeah,
Turn
tell
the
us
mics
that
off.
after we get off
Turn the mics off. Wink,
We'll
wink.
tell that so you don't incriminate you and get you in trouble with school. But
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
you
it
still got
wasn't-
5 months left to go. So.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. So
that's
whoever,
what they
like
all
the
say.
person in the section that did it, I'm gonna save him because he's still got 2 more.
See, I
years.
graduated before any of that happened, so I'm clean.
You got that song stuck in my head now. Shaggy, it wasn't me.
What were you gonna say, Jen?
Oh, I feel like we hear that a lot from our kids.
I do. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It's never them. It's the
Did I do
teachers.
this?
It was
It's
my
the other
friend.
kids.
hoping
It's-
this is a break from your kids, but still it's the same thing.
Like I got caught with a jewel at school, but it wasn't mine.
Right.
See, I did my job.
They get in trouble
Going,
for that
oh
job?
no,
Yeah.
don't do that. It's
By
a
you
bad
or by the
idea."
school?
By the school, they sent us
By
home
you?
a note.
Nice
Yeah,
one,
they
dude.
did.
I mean, I'm not.
It was my daughter that.
Yeah,
was
let's
caused.
hear the parenting advice from Jen and Jeff.
Well, my
What's your
honest,
kid sense?
my honest parenting advice, my 10 cents on that was, I don't want you doing it at school, but I'm not going
Wink,
to.
wink.
I mean, she's 16 years old. She's driving.
I'm not gonna
She's-
buy it for you.
I
I'm not
said-
gonna provide it for you, but I'm not gonna ground you for doing it.
Right. I told her not to do it at school. There's a time and a place, and it was more the fact that she got caught with it, but then she claimed when we asked if she had it that it wasn't hers, and that she got it from her cousin, but her cousin lives
Hadn't
in
been
Michigan,
in town for
and
6
all,
months.
and then like she disappeared, threw it away, like all this stuff, and so I was more upset at the fact that she kind of lied about it. It was one of those that she told us about it, and then we got the letter from the school, you know. So I don't know.
Giving you guys some extra stories to try to use from your parents to keep from getting in trouble.
It's crazy to me
Say,
because
hey,
the
it's
only
my
time I-
cousins that hasn't been here in 6 months.
And we're on the younger end of high school age parents.
Yeah, our
Okay,
oldest
like-
is 16, our
Yeah,
youngest
and
is
like
12.
their friends'
so
parents are like 50s, 60s, some even closer to 70 sometimes. So
Whoa.
we
my mom just turned 70. I have old parents.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
parents are in
and-
their 70s.
I was a really
I'm
bad
31.
kid, and what my kids are doing that's quote unquote bad is nothing compared to what I was doing. So I'm good. We're good.
The only thing I ever got in trouble for having at school was a beeper. Like, I'm showing my age, but like, my alarm on my beeper went off in 8th grade in government.
I stabbed a kid in high school.
Did you? Wait, was this
Hold
before
on.
or after Columbine?
This was way before
Before,
her.
that's
how
how
old
old
he
he
Oh
is.
wait,
Yeah.
yeah, I graduated in '97, so this was back in, this was '95,
Okay.
and I was a sophomore in high school, and I had a
Oh,
kid
man.
picking on me in
Yeah.
class. He was sitting behind me, and it was the holiday season, and you know we used to do the fundraisers. Well, he ended up getting. It was like a generic payday, but there were like those holiday peanut logs, you know, that was basically like peanuts and caramel, and he was eating one in class, and he kept spitting peanuts on the back of my neck from like picking his teeth, and he'd spit it, and I was like, dude, quit spitting on me, or something's gonna
Stabs for that
happen.
too.
So then he starts flicking my ears, and he's sitting behind me, and we're taking a test, and he's like, and I said, dude, I swear to God, if you don't stop, I'm gonna stab you in the leg with this pencil. He's like, yeah, right, you know, he's like, you're a pussy. He's just taunting me. And I'm not a violent guy. I'm
I'd say you
really
don't seem
not.
the type to
I
cut
am,
a bitch.
and I snap.
No, that's
And this
me.
kid spit like a big chunk of peanutty caramel crap on the back of my head. And I literally took my left hand, grabbed the pencil, and like I'm a death grip on this pencil, and I stuck it in his thigh.
Like an
and,
EpiPen?
and
Yeah.
stuck it in the side of his thigh and snapped it off in his leg. And I literally, it was a full number 2 pencil, and when I got done, I only had like an inch and a half left in my hand. The rest was stuck in his leg.
Wow.
Kid had to have surgery to get it
So
removed.
what kind of letter do they send home for that?
I got suspended for 2 weeks.
Nowadays.
Yeah, this was
nowadays.
Again,
by
this was
sus-
1995.
by
You would have
suspension.
been in jail.
By suspension,
nowadays.
I was ISS. I was in school suspension for 2 weeks because I had never had a record.
simply
Never
not.
had, and that my principals and mom and dad couldn't figure out why. My mom's like, I wish you would have punched the kid. Anything but stat. I mean, this kid had to. He was out of school for several weeks because he had surgery. He had to. His parents tried to sue, and I was like, it was self-defense, and it was. I had witnesses that around me said that he was warned, but yeah, I literally stabbed a kid in the thigh.
That
and-
shows you how much times have changed, though. Like, 'cause like you guys said, like if somebody did that in your school, like people they go on lockdown. Or something.
Yeah,
now-
I've
Even
been
if you
sent to the office just for being near someone.
Well,
who
now
got in a
they'll.
fight.
And
If you
that's
guys
why
get in
I
a fight, what they'll
Yeah, they'll
arrest
arrest
both
you.
of you.
Yeah,
They'll
you're-
arrest both of you.
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
When I
who
was in high
started
school,
it.
you got one self-defense swing back. If somebody hit you, get one. But if you take more than one, you get in trouble for it. Now I've never thrown a punch in my life, so I didn't. That I wasn't never fell victim to that. But that's
Yeah,
yeah.
now if
Pulls
you're
out-
getting
pulls
picked
out
on and you
full
ask the
sponge.
bully to stop, the bully can go and tell the principal you hurt their feelings, and then you're in ISS.
That drives me nuts.
It's so backwards.
See, yeah. That's extra, but I mean I understand the like stabbing thing. Like again, the Columbine changed everything. And I remember that too because that was the first and only time I ever decided I wanted to skip school. I was in 8th grade. We were talking about my luck. The first time I skipped school was the day Columbine happened. So it was the first day that they were sitting there taking, where's everybody at, trying to account for everybody. I would have never got caught skipping school. Nobody would have noticed I wasn't there. I'm tiny. I was even littler then.
Yeah, well, I never skipped school. Jen skipped school a lot.
I did once, but I never did it again because it didn't work out for me.
Hey,
I was
mind
the
that.
backwards
Well,
child.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 9:51. We wrap this show up at 10 o'clock, so we are going to start wrapping things up. First and foremost, let me thank Amethyst for coming into the studio. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate
for having
it.
us.
Absolutely. Pat, thanks for being my co-host. Jen, Aaron, Brad had to leave, but thank you, Brad Millibeats, and
Thanks,
thank you,
Jason.
Shutter, for running our sound and producing
Aggravated
our
as all
show.
hell, but he did a good job.
I did. What?
You got aggravated as all hell, but you did a good job.
Oh, I did.
So I want to mention too before we get out of here, we do our show every Monday night live from Gaslight Studios. You can tune in to beyondfm.net and stream the show live from Gaslight Studios. We always have a special guest coming in, and this Monday will not disappoint. We have another special guest coming in, and tune in Monday to hear who that is. Also, every Sunday night, I will be recording tomorrow night with Brad Millibeats, The Living Room. It's a show we play every Sunday night from 7 to 9, a new episode. Last week we were at the Blueberry Hill Duck Room, did a backstage interview with Gorilla Theory, Common Jones, and Tree 14. If you haven't heard it, tune in. They're still playing it throughout the week on beyondfm.net. It was a riot. It was a good show. So, again, thank you, Amethyst. Thank you to my co-host. Thank you to Shutter. We are going to close this out with Amethyst, their song Cold.
My favorite.
You guys can check them out January 3rd at Pops. Do not miss out. Get tickets from them. It's going to be a great show. And thank you guys for listening to Talking Dollars with 10 Cents. We'll do this again next week, hopefully. You all have a great one. You're listening to Beyond FM, the best of everything STL.
Bye.